I think it's important to understand the context because we went to Camp Nou. We played there, I think, really well, but it explains that this is not a game where we changed strategically from one game to another. We don't do this thing. We have one plan, and the plan is that we don't want to be the best team in the world, but we want to be able to beat the best teams in the world with our way. And it was not that important who would play this game, but it was much more important how we would play this game, because we were missing Mo Salah. We were missing Bobby Firmino with this incredible story, how he tried to come back in the Camp Nou game. And with this, Divock Origi played, our legend, unbelievable, and Shaqiri played, who was incredible on the ball with the assist to Jean, but he was without the ball, and I will explain that later, really, really important, both of them. If you think that this was a strategical fit, or it's not, because otherwise you don't lose a game 3-0 and then you win it 4. This was our way. We don't change. Our idea is to chase the opposition all over the pitch. I think 80% of the teams in modern football, they press. But pressing and chasing, for me, is something completely different, and we chase. Our idea of pressing is not to force them one way. Our idea of pressing is not to force bad passes. Our pressing is the idea to steal the ball to attack, to create. And in this game, that was massive, because we knew Barca is not a pressing team. But when you can take away their possession, their pausa, their temporization, especially around Busquets, especially around Piqué, and especially around Ter Stegen at that time, it's crucial. So, for an example, so say Hendo puts pressure on Busquets. The idea when we put pressure is not to force them back and to hold the position and protect behind. No, when we go, it's all about the last 2 meters of the press. So when we go there to steal the ball, okay? So that's a big difference between a lot of teams. So what I try to say is that the context was 3-0 behind away at Barca, incredible goals of their side. We played with Gini as a striker. So anyway, Gini came back in the locker room after. He said to Bobby, I don't know how you do this. Each game you do this. So that says how important Bobby is for our team and how important he is for our club. But anyway, and how important he is to our style. But when we came back in the dressing room, when Gini speaks, I got a text message from Vitor Matos. He's now our assistant coach. At that time, he was not. And he texted me, he said, Pep, if there's one team in the world of football who is able to turn this around, it's you guys. So I let Jurgen read it, and we grab a few players. And there, only there I learned is that the 5 minutes after the game are more important than the 5 days leading up to a game. After a game, when these things happen and how you played, we have to be straight on. It's possible, guys. If we play our way, it's still possible. Last year against Roma, they won 4-1 and they lost 3-0 going out of the quarterfinals of the Champions League. That mindset, that attitude, that passion, that character, that mentality of never give up, that's us because of the history of the club, because of the characteristics of this team.